Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Power episode of Iron Panther Presents. Today, Stacey and I continue our retrospective look at Book 1 as we move into Season 3, Episode 1. I think, the best season of this series. And before things really went to shit for Ghost. I mean, once Season 3 ends and he goes to jail, it's pretty much all downhill for the St. Patrick family. Yeah, it don't get any better. But anyway. What we got in this episode? We got Milan / Dean is introduced. We got Tommy trying to rebuild his organization. And we see how Sandoval is trying to work the situation to protect Lobos. And James St. Patrick is trying so hard to let go of the Ghost persona, but in the end, he says, "Tommy, we got to talk. It's Ghost." And there.
Don't die.
Huh?
Ghosts don't die.
Ghosts don't. Well, that's true. James St. Patrick doesn't die because James St. Patrick Jr., as in Tariq, lives on. And I'm
not for long, hopefully.
I'm very curious if they're gonna bring that to fruition. They're actually gonna bring that up to be like, excuse me, Tariq James St. Patrick, can we talk to you for a minute? Like, I thought they were gonna do that episode 1 to be like James is still alive, St. Patrick still, like something. Why show his middle name? We went 6 seasons, nobody gave a shit. All of a sudden at the end of the series, they want to show that his middle name is James, and that's supposed to change the whole thing. Like, I don't know.
I don't know. She thought she was being clever.
It's interesting. I mean, but I'm like, what are they gonna do? Anyway, let's talk about this episode. What you see in this episode that you enjoyed?
So the opening scene was like a mirror to season 1, episode 1. James and Angie getting out the car, walking into truth. He's all battered and bruised. Like the whole episode, I figured they would, put some foundation on him or something. But he walking around just like, yeah, I got my ass whooped. No problem. And nobody says, "Oh, are you okay? What happened?" That it's just,
He's black. I guess they just assume that's what something must happen to you. You're a prominent businessman with 3 clubs. You have paparazzi. You got security again. You got a metal detector because you got a tarot card. But no one asked you why you got your ass whooped.
Angie walked in with a gun in her purse. Security didn't frisk her. No metal detectors went off. No nothing.
Also very true. So what good is your security, Ghost? Your own woman's bringing in a weapon into your club and you didn't even know it.
He didn't even know it.
And they didn't even know it. We saw the guys with the Secret Service things in their ear trying to keep everybody protected.
Mm-hmm.
And that didn't work out because then he had to go hire Milan. How the hell did Dean Milan pull that off? But anyway, let's talk about the beginning of the episode. Like you said, it mirrors the first episode of Tasha, right? And Courtney said this was important because at the end of this season, Angie is walking Ghost out in front of paparazzi into an SUV because she arrested his happy ass. And it's all over, baby. Because she's a cop now. That's what lawyers do. They put cuffs on people.
Ghost said.
Right?
I can't. On the window.
Oh man, I can't. Oh man, I'm gonna shit all over that episode. But we'll wait for that. We'll wait for that. But I thought overall, again, looking back on the series, I think this episode is the closest Angie and Ghost will get to a true free couple type life.
Mm-hmm.
They get to come home together. And they're starting to understand reality of we're not just fucking, in a nice hotel. Now we're living in a cramped apartment together. Now I realize Angie can't cook. Now she's going to realize soon that Ghost is controlling because he's going to start talking shit to her in this season. And she's going to have to say, last time I checked, I ain't Tasha. Like, I got a backbone and a mind. So you need to keep that shit to yourself.
Yeah, I got options, okay?
Also,
I got options.
Also, she got a job, Ghost. You ain't got a woman who's sitting around depending on you and your money. And so it's interesting how that never became a conversation. Like, she never talked to Paz about, oh, this is not what I thought it was gonna be, or when Paz told her, it's easy to love somebody when you only see them a couple hours a day.
Right. When you're in a relationship and everybody's against you, you'll only share like the good stuff. You're not gonna complain about his dirty drawers or her snoring. You know, you're not gonna complain about that.
That's,
You want to keep it rosy
but yeah,
to everybody on the outside while you're suffering on the inside.
I just, I just, that could be it. That could be it.
Yeah,
But
because
I
you
thought
don't want to hear the "I told you so"s.
true until she has to arrest him, and then Pa's like, "I told you, you want shit." Um,
Mhm.
and then so we got so with that, Sean's death is discussed. Uh, Tariq is hurt, as you can clearly see. He lost his big brother.
Mhm.
As we discussed, reviewing season two, Courtney and writers made a point of ensuring that Sean and Tariq never hung out once Kanan came in the picture, because that would lead to a natural conversation of, "Hey, man, my dad's out of jail. What's your dad's name? Kanan. Can I meet him?" And they couldn't have that because we know how the story was supposed to unfold.
Mhm.
Um, Sean never gets a funeral, ladies and gentlemen. His shit never gets investigated. You don't see his body at all. This is it. This is all you're gonna get from is what we're gonna tell the kids about Sean's death. The man they cared for so much that Tariq is crying over. That's it. We're just moving on.
Yep.
Um, which is like, damn, that's rough. Um, and also you get the scene of so Ghost and Ghost Angie says, "Hey, I'm ready to meet the kids." Ghost is like, "Ah, shit. I guess it's I wouldn't expect to talk about the kids, but all right. I guess we're gonna do this whole family
I'm surprised they didn't say what kids. Oh, yeah.
shit." Speaking of that, you know who wasn't at family dinner?
Yes.
Yes. No one gives a fuck about that little girl. Like, no one. I was like, she wasn't even at that dinner. Big Mama wasn't at the dinner to explain where Yaz was. Her daddy is one of the few times he's at the house, and she don't even, nobody gives a fuck. It was like, "Hey, where's my little baby girl? Where's she at? The real baby girl." Nah, I'm sorry, we couldn't afford her as an actress.
You know what? Raina was baby girl, but she wasn't a baby girl.
And she and, and she said that. She said, "Yaz is here. I'm not the baby girl anymore." And Estelle was like, "You'll always be baby girl, baby girl."
Because we forget about the other one.
Fuck about that little girl. No one sat Yaz down and said, "Daddy don't live here no more." Like,
She don't even know who he is anyway. Oh, you mean the guy that tried to choke me with the dolphin?
you killed me with that dolphin.
Like, that dude, he tried to kill me.
That mystery never got solved.
Yeah,
What
because
happened?
the maid did it.
The
The maid we've never
who you
seen.
never see, because Tasha's too busy cooking in the kitchen in the morning to do anything to clean up
And
the house.
folding clothes.
Because what? She's always like, "Ghost, I need more money. Kids are growing like weeds." I was like, "What? Would you ever take these kids school shopping?" In fact, Ghost is the one that took and bought Tariq sneakers with Angie. You remember? I'd never seen Tasha take any of these kids school shopping. What was this whole thing? I need money for
Never
clothes.
seen her do Raina's hair or Yaz or nothing.
Do you remember when she talked that bullshit that Ghost used to get up every morning or even some mornings and do Yaz's hair? I was like, what? Who wrote that shit? Like, who wanted us to believe that? Give a fuck about them kids. Anyway, so yeah, but you can see Tariq starting to break down though, right? Like they're at the table. They make a point of showing you that like Raina's hurt, but Tariq is mad, and they're building that storyline of my dad ain't shit, my family's falling apart, and that's how Kanan gets to come in later on this season actually.
Mhm.
So it was very well written. Again, a very thought out long-term plan of how to shape these characters to get where they need to be, and it makes sense besides some some plot holes overall, but it makes sense overall. It's not just sudden, and I thought that was good. I thought that was good. So you got Dre. Dre is do we know, have you heard the name Heaven yet?
No,
It's just the daughter.
my daughter.
All right. So even he's like, "Hey, I thought Ghost is trying to clean up Dre to be like Andre, excuse me, Andre, your legal name, please." Trying to get him out the game. Like, "Look, bro, you need to put money in a bank not in your mattress. Like that's how you build a family for your daughter, which we will see later. But Dre's not trying to hear any of that shit. He's still in that mindset. I'm like, you should have stayed with Kanan or go work for Tommy.
Yes.
And then where's Spanky? Where's Two Bit? Well, Spanky's not here. Officially, Spanky's not here yet.
No.
But Two Bit is here.
Yeah.
So, like, who's Two Bit working with and for? Kanan's dead and gone. Dre is working with Ghost. Why we should have saw Two Bit pull up to Dre at the club or something. So I thought about that. Tommy being the leader and trying to think strategically. Like he's trying to build his network. We introduced to new gangs. The priest is here. The Asian crew is here. He gets the crystal ball back on board, which was awesome. ALM. So we hear this that the Soldado Nation and Poncho are having problems because without product they can't keep the streets on together, right? I was very disappointed in Poncho's leadership ability when he has more soldiers than Tommy. It's Tommy and Julio, and Tommy's doing all the muscle. Like he is the muscle.
Mm-hmm.
But without Tommy, Poncho can't keep his street shit together. Like he can't take care of this ALM problem.
Apparently not.
I'm like, what? Like Tommy's like,
you got to get the Blanquito to come in and intimidate because white power governs all.
Is that Tommy brought his white privilege to the situation? It was like, look here. As white man, I've decided that Poncho is right. You are wrong, ALM people, whoever you are, because we'll never see you again. And this never comes back. This never comes back on Tommy or the Soldado Nation ever again. Tommy beat up, shot one, killed one guy, crippled another, and that's the end of this entire drug gang. Like
he does a lot though. Like remember he ran over the guy and he kept running over him.
And that never
and nobody ever just comes run up on this dude.
No,
he's the only white dude in this area. Nobody rolls up on Tommy ever.
Look for a 6-foot white dude.
Had a few assassination attempts on him. Tommy? No, we don't fuck with the Blanquito. No.
I don't understand. I like this, and this begins Tommy's insecurity. Him beating the shit out of Poncho, out of Julio. And this will happen again. Like from season 3 on, the one thing you don't do is tell Tommy he ain't shit without Ghost. That will get your ass whooped.
Hearing that all his life. Imagine what Kate used to say to him growing up. Oh, James. Oh, my beloved James, my real son, who looks nothing like me. Versus your piece of shit ass who buys me drugs and gives me money and pays all my bills, but fuck you. James. I love James.
And despite, it's like, dude, Julio is.
James don't even visit her. James don't do nothing for Kate. Nothing.
That's what I said. He only saw her once in this entire series. And he leaves her so much money. She tells Tommy to get the hell out. I don't need you anymore. This makes no damn sense, Courtney Kemp. Like, why would you do this? Like, how? I know you need to separate these two. I know you need to do it, but this is a dumbass way to do it. Like, it didn't make any sense. I was so disappointed when that bullshit happened. But yeah, Tommy, that ain't something he's trying to hear. Like he's trying to get his network together. He wants to show people he's in charge. He can do it without Ghost. And Julio had to be the first. Had the first to get his ass whooped, and it won't be the last. Let's talk about the Underground Railroad. So again, we said it made absolutely no sense that Tariq is able to go to a wash and fold and find one of the Underground Railroad boxes, which magically only had a weapon, when each box is supposed to have a weapon and cash. we see in this episode, Holly collected all of them, and and Tommy's like, we're gonna put them in new places that nobody knows about. Courtney Kent, did you not watch? Huh?
And then they forgot that one that Tasha magically remembered. The one they forgot.
Courtney Kemp, watch your own stuff, Courtney Kemp. Like, just like if you're gonna even bother to bring back the Underground Railroad, read your own scripts and goes, guys, this ain't the way to do it. This doesn't make any sense. Like, because Holly and Tommy collected them all. Also, let's back it up. Why would Tommy even do that? What do you think Ghost was gonna do? Snatch them all up and run away and build the club with it? Like, what sense does that make?
Yeah, if he went in the safety deposit box and took all the money out for the club, he might have snatched the Underground Railroad stuff.
You know what? To that point, that would have been awesome. If Holly would have went to get those boxes and those boxes were gone, Tommy calls Ghost and like, what the fuck happened to the money? I had to open it. I need it for the club, man. I was gonna put it back. That would have been a great conflict right there, and that would have made total sense. I was like, they missed a good opportunity with that. I like Holly's support, even though she knows her man was gonna kill her like not too long ago. Not only does she come back, which doesn't make any sense, but she's sitting up there stroking him and stroking his ego at the same time to be like, you can do this, Tommy. Like, she realizes he needs that kind of support, that kind of I believe in you shit. And Angie tells Ghost, I believe in you. I know you can make this club happen. And that's all a man wants. It's a woman to be like, I believe in you. No matter how unrealistic your dreams are, I'm here for you, and you're gonna make this happen. Because I've seen many videos. The guy from AfterBuzz, AfterBuzz TV, they do Power. What the lead guy on there, he's constantly like, Tasha was wrong. Like, she would have supported her husband. Like, he wouldn't have left for Angie. It was her fault.
Damn.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I couldn't think of his name. He really has a problem with women. Like, he really has a problem with women. Like, he is consistent with his whole, like, women shouldn't be doing this and they need to ask permission. I don't know how Courtney puts up with him when they do interviews. Like, she's like, you get on my fucking nerves right now. But Bam, he lays all blame on Tasha that she just would have supported Ghost and told him what he needed to hear, that they would still be together. No. When he saw Angie, he was done. When his true love came back, he was done. He was done with that shit. Like, if she would support the club or not, they were having problems anyway. But he definitely would have been like, I'm out because I got my sweet Angie back. And we're gonna make this shit work. It was interesting. So we got Angie. Angie's she's helped, even though we understand Mike Sandoval was trying to blow the case when he was trying to argue whether or not Lobo should stay in America. But Angie, being as good as she was like, no, we could do a John Doe case. He's like, shit. He's like, thank you, Angie, for being supportive. And at some point, he should have said, this is my fault, because she wanted to leave. She was trying to leave.
Yes.
And dumbass Mike was like, no. You stay here. For what, Mr. Sandoval? She's the only good lawyer you guys got. She's the reason why Lobos got arrested in the first damn place.
Yes.
He should have pushed her out for so many other violations.
Yes.
If you're interrogating an underage girl and our whole case got blown for Tommy Egan, you are gone. You're lucky you still have a job. Please move to white collar crime, but you don't belong here anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But instead, he's like, I'm gonna keep her around because she's a loose cannon. No, Sax is a loose cannon. Like, that dude don't know what the hell he's doing.
Yeah.
But between Sax and Angie, they were able to pull it off. Now Lobos is stuck in America with no money, and now he needs Tommy.
Mm-hmm.
And that was awesome. That was awesome. They killed the dog though, and Tommy does not forget that shit. Like, he does fuck that dude up. Like,
poor doggy.
Yeah.
What's her name? Bella?
Bella, yeah. And he has to lie to Holly the whole time. Well, most of the time. She's like, where's Bella? He's like, I don't know, baby. Maybe she just ran away. Like,
The dog went, unlocked the door, ran down the hall, got on the elevator, went downstairs.
jumped off the balcony, couldn't take the stress no more. Just jumped off the balcony and ran away. Like, that's a good question. Like, where was Holly?
She went out to get dog food, remember?
Okay. All right. Okay, I guess she can take the dog, go get the dog food. But I mean, and then
She could have. I mean, I'm sure she was probably walking. She ain't got no car.
I know, right? That's the other. Courtney, this don't make any damn sense, man. Like, and then Tommy comes home, he cleans up the bud, gets rid of the dog body, all in the time frame that she's out there buying dog food, huh? You're like, he's that lucky. That's lucky. Also, there's so many murders that happen in Tommy's place, and no one says anything. That I mean, the dog is the least of the.
Whoever buys that house after he moves to Cali, they gonna find all types of DNA.
Oh, that luminol test. Oh shit, that's gonna be disgusting. That's good. That's really gonna be bad. It'd be interesting if he stays in Cali, then he's not gonna come back. But I gotta believe he's coming back to New York, if not to kill Tariq, at least make a serious effort. And then we watch him go to Cali, like for real, and then that's how his spinoff starts, I would think. But he has to come back to New York. I just want to come back to that apartment, to that loft. I want him to come back and be like, oh man, I forgot to pick up this body part, on my fault, and just be like, the luminol test is going to be disgusting. Like, oh man, and speaking of disgustingness, semen. I'm going somewhere with this. With Ghost and Angie just boning on the table again. No condom. Holly and Tommy boning again. No condom. The only two couples of the two couples, somehow Holly's the only one that ends up pregnant. I'm gonna bring this up again. Like,
sure, Angie being a career woman, she probably takes some type of birth control.
I mean, she was fucking Greg before Ghost. So, but they never talked about birth control at all. Condom, something, this something. But I'm like, as much as they were both getting in it, I'm just truly surprised that somehow Angie didn't end up pregnant too.
She probably has an IUD or something.
It would have been. I don't know how you bring that up, but I mean, Paz. No, I thought she was in the medical profession. She's not a medical. No, she's not. What does she do for a living? What's Paz do for a living?
She was a hairdresser or something.
That's right. She does hair. That's right. I was like, I don't know. I just thought I would like to have that addressed. Of like how Angie didn't end up pregnant, because he was always up in there. And acting's got to be hard. Like, Holly had to act like the penis was going in her. Like, it's and then even with Angie and Ghost, like how as actors do you say I'm in you now for her to be like, oh, like I don't know. Anyway, I'm sorry, I digress. It just crossed my mind. So we got Dean. Ghost is looking for additional security because Milan was smart enough to get Tatiana hired in the club by Dominique, apparently, because Dominique was the one he asked about, is she coming to work? So I guess she's in charge of the staff of sorts. And this happened after Vladimir is told that it was actually Ruiz, Ghost, and Tommy that robbed him and therefore robbed Milan. Mm-hmm. Instead of Milan just coming in and killing everybody, he said, okay, let me play with Ghost for a while. So he runs a security company in his part-time job of international drug dealing. And somehow his company is so well known that Ghost actually, it falls in the list of companies that he interviews.
He's number one on Yelp.
I'm like, how did you pull that off? And he's the most expensive. Like, you're paying me to hunt you. Like, that is awesome. He's like, do you fully appreciate when he reveals who he is? And Ghost is like, what? How much money did I pay you to figure out who I am, where I live, where my wife lives, my kids live, and my mistress lives? And I paid you to do it. Yes. And now you owe us even more money. Milan was by far the best villain in book.
They took him out like that.
It was such a disappointment. It was such. Lobos lasted 3 seasons, and he was nowhere near as vicious and as complicated as Milan was. He didn't have as many like businesses and other business. I mean, Milan showed up to Ghost's real work. Lobos never figured that out.
Like, did he know? Like, how did he know all that? Nobody knows anything about Ghost. But Milan figured out, okay, he got this club. He got another club over here. Okay, I can do security for his, yeah.
I was like, how did you right? You're right. Vladimir didn't even know about the club life. I was like, I was like, well, how does this even happen? But Milan was that amazing. And they're just like, nah, fuck it. We'll shoot him in the face by the end of this, in 310.
Because he has to go to jail. So we got to get Milan out the way before he goes to jail and just wrap it up.
That's exactly what they did. That's exactly what they did. We got other things. We got to get him into jail. We got to go through that bullshit. So let's get Milan out the way and bring in dumbass Jason. Like, Jason should have been first because he's easy. He's simple. If he would got killed at the end of the season, like, got it, you know. But Milan comes in after that. He's like, you killed 2 of my guys. Now I got to come deal with you. That would have been the villain.
Yes.
Then he would have took out the Jimenez family. He would have been like, well, you're fucking with my shit? Like, no, don't even worry about them. I'll take care of that. Now it's you and me. Like, that's how that should have been. Mm-hmm. And then in season 6, you take down the big whale. Man, they shitted on themselves, but by killing Milan right now.
Maybe he had another job to do, so they were like, okay, we got to kill you off so you can go work on some other movie.
You know what? I would love to hear that. I would love to hear that he was like, you know what? I appreciate the job, but I got bigger things to do. Could you kill me off, please? They're like, no, we had a whole storyline for you. Never mind. Look at Jason. Jason was cool. I mean, he was cool. He just wasn't Milan. Like, he just wasn't that level. And because Ghost was genuinely scared of him.
Right, because we've been hearing about him since what, season 1?
Yep. I'm not working with that cannibal motherfucker. And he never did that either. We'll talk about that when he pops up. It was, so that's it. I don't know. I think, it's little, but Ghost firing, lack of communication. One of the biggest things in Power is if they just sat down and talked, a lot of things wouldn't happen. Mm-hmm. With Cantos trying his best to tell Ghost that Greg came, cops are looking into you. He never got a chance because Ghost was like, nah, bro, like, you shitted on me with Stern and you out.
Right. He always did that to people. Remember, he did that to Tate when he was trying to tell him.
It's his ego, man. His ego. Like, he can't just take a few minutes, let the man talk, and then fire him. I mean, you're still gonna fire him, right? Just give. What do you want to say, man? If he called you on the phone and he's trying to talk to you in person, clearly it's important, right? I'm like, so
I figured he would come back some type of way against Ghost, but he never did.
He never. I thought he was gonna be the Maria. I thought he was gonna be the big witness to bring it all down, right? I mean, he didn't know anything about Ghost and the drug dealing thing, but I'm saying, I mean, he had to know that Tommy and Ghost were cooking the books when it came to the money. He had to know that. So I mean, he could have brought up that could have brought down the club. Let's talk about names. Let's talk about the name Ghost. It was hilarious again to me that Ghost, after being married 10 plus years, has to tell his wife to stop calling him his street name, and she was like, "What? James? Who the fuck is that?" I was like, I just thought it was hilarious. She was like, no, he's like, no, baby, call me James. You should be calling him James anyway. Why are you calling him his gangster name in front of your kids? Like, how does that make any sense?
It never came up. Why you call Daddy Ghost?
Right? Like, James come, and she was like, oh shit, James. Okay, I guess I can get to that. I was like, what? It should not be that. And then this comes back to bite him because in season 4, she's like, remember, I called him Ghost out of a term of endearment that had nothing to do with the fact that there's a drug dealer called Ghost. Shh. Like, don't remember that? Yep. Yep. In season 4, they start saying you are this drug dealer called Ghost. And before they did that public interview and stuff, she was like, "Listen, I never called your dad Ghost." Like they were like, she had to make sure she cleaned that shit up somehow.
Yeah, but I never heard her say Ghost in front of the kids.
Me either. I'm like, how did they refer? And I always wanted to watch it all over again to be like, how did you refer to him in front of the kid? But how often did you see them together as a family, though? You didn't.
Not a lot.
You saw Tasha with the kids. You saw Ghost pick up or drop off the kids. I mean, forget Yaz. You saw them with Tariq and Raina.
Just the twins.
Just the twins. But to see them in a family unit where they're like, except for like episode 1, when you introduced to Estelle and all them, but this to be like, hey, honey,
you saw Tommy with the family more than you saw Ghost with the family.
Tommy was a family man. Tommy was a family man, and he made time. No matter who he was murdering, no matter what drugs he was dealing, he's like, I'm gonna take care of these kids. I'm gonna do my best to be there for Tasha after they get over their shit because he's upset at her right now. But once he gets over that, he's committed to that family, and I always gotta give him respect. Also, his love for Ghost, despite their argument and their big fight and pulling guns on each other, he still can't kill him. Like he goes to the club to kill him, he still can't. Lobos tells him a couple of times, you kill Ghost or I kill you. And he still can't do it.
Even kill his baby mama. Cause
he's like, you killed my best mother. I think also, I think what did her in, we'll talk about that when it happens. I won't get here, but we'll talk about when it happens. Anyway, it laid the groundwork for a great season. Greg ain't fucking around. That's the first time you saw one of those walls of investigation, and like you'll see those again. It's almost like his dream board. Is that what they call them? Like a dream board?
Every crime show has that vision where you see the board with all people. Like we saw it on Scandal. We saw it all these little crime shows. They have that board.
Yeah. But Greg's not fucking around. He's unemployed right now. He's suspended and got nothing but time on his hands. And he's like, I'm gonna figure this shit out. And what makes this so hilarious is that before Ghost goes to jail, the only thing they needed to prove was that his name was Ghost. If they could find someone just to confirm that James St. Patrick was Ghost, he was going to jail for life. That was it. By season
all 6, those people that seen him and known him as Ghost, they couldn't find one person.
Not one. You can kiss my ass, man. No one. Tommy introduced him to so many people. Hey, this is Ghost. Like, he didn't have a legal name, just like the first 48, as we were discussing off camera. Let me look for Ghost. Got him. James St. Patrick. There you go. He has James St. Patrick Nightlife is what he has. Now he has 3 clubs. 2 of them belong to his illegitimate daddy, Stern. We're still pushing this theory because I believe it. He's there where he wants to be. Again, I say in season 6, Tasha should have told Stern, you can get your 2 clubs back instead of trying to give him truth. Truth belonged to Ghost. I like, and we see those two clubs become important in this season, but they never come back after he gets out of jail. It's all about truth at that point. Somehow he lost the 2 clubs, or they don't matter or some shit. But you never hear about those 2, Verbatim and Syrup.
Think like when Tasha was saying, "Oh, we need money and we need legit money," that they would have like mortgaged the clubs or something.
They seized the assets in season 4, so they couldn't. That's how Stern swooped in to be like, "I'm gonna help you one more time because I can't be my son did this to me." And I love him so. That's where he gets that good hair from.
Stern. Good hair, David. That's what we doing.
Where you get that good hair from? Some Stern jeans you don't want to talk about.
Comment down below about David and his issues.
With good hair?
Yes. Good hair, light skin. What else you got to say, David?
No, that's it. I'm just saying, when I saw the good hair, I was like, I could see it. I can see it. I can see Stern being in there, the jeans being in there. I'm just saying. We haven't seen his daddy. We haven't seen his supposed daddy, have we? Or his supposed mama, have we? So we don't know what they look like. We'll see how that casting goes. I'm sure they're gonna be in a photo. Like Courtney said, she don't do flashbacks. So I think Uncle Gabe's gonna whip out some old ass photo and be like, "This was your grandparents, Tariq." And be like, "They don't look anything like my dad. This is Stern. Who's that? Don't worry about that. This is your grandparents." I just want Uncle Gabe and Stern to meet and be like, "That mother, I remember him." Now we're gonna be right. We're gonna do a whole video set titled "Power." We were right. That's gonna be the title of the video. All right, guys. Anything else for the episode?
I think we're missing something.
Which character?
I don't know.
You gonna look it up? We did Tommy. We did Tasha.
I mean, Tasha.
Keisha wasn't in this episode. She should be mourning the loss of her. Could have been the second baby daddy.
Mm-hmm.
So that would have been interesting.
What? If she got pregnant?
Yeah. Sean did, and she's like, girl, I think I'm pregnant. That would have been, she's pregnant.
No.
Kanan, the man who killed his son, is like, I got a grandson. And like that kind of like, and like he tries to like be better by Keisha. And then so we see Kanan, well, he's dead right now, but once he comes back, he could be like, no, is that too much?
Too much, yes.
Man.
Kanan is recuperating from third-degree burns, and that takes a while, unlike other shows where you just get burnt to a crisp and you just pop back up.
Look here. David.
Tyler Perry. Take notes.
Tyler Perry, look at this show and see what happens when you suffer third to fourth degree burns, sir. Like you don't just get up, start walking, and have sex on your back again. That's not how that works.
You go John Wick to assassins that come to finish you off. You're in too much pain. You can't move.
That's true. Now Kanan, I mean, he does make a rapid recovery. I mean, once he gets on that lane, you know what I'm saying, he becomes like the Terminator. You know what I'm saying? Like he does. I can't wait to watch him like try to act like he's jacking off. That shit's gonna be hilarious. Oh man. Anyway, that's face he made. He was like, it was hard for him. Boom, boom. But we'll get to there. We'll get there. All right. We'll wrap this up right here. What, man? That was a good one. That was a good one. All right, guys. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Like on the video, comment on the video, share the video. Thanks for watching the old episodes. We appreciate it. We both look forward to see what happens when Ghost returns, the show, not the guy, and see what Tariq does in these last 5 episodes. Does he live up to the name? No, he won't. But we'll see what Courtney's gonna do. We're just gonna see how Courtney's gonna introduce Tommy. That's what we're looking for. How is 2 gonna introduce Tommy's book? How is Effie gonna make the show better? Because she's the only one I'm interested in right now. Maybe Destiny will come back. Tariq's first love. Anyway, we see that this season too. He actually loses his virginity this season. There's a lot of things happening. This season. Woo! It's gonna be a lot. Anyway, guys, see you guys next week for season 3, episode 2. We're gonna get into that. And then, like I said, we'll be prepping for book Ghost the next week. Bye-bye.